Have you ever felt that your life is not moving forward the way you want? That you have big dreams and good plans, but somehow you always stay in the same place? You look around and see others succeeding, and you wonder, what is their secret? Many of us feel this way. We want to start a business, learn a new language, get fit, or write a book, but there is always a reason not to do it today. We say, I will start tomorrow, or I am too tired, or it is too difficult. We tell these stories to ourselves every day. The truth is, these reasons are not the truth. They are excuses. Excuses are the invisible walls that keep us trapped in a life that is smaller than we deserve. But the good news is that you have the power to break these walls. The key is simple. Stop talking and start doing. The life you want is on the other side of your excuses. Today, I want to gently guide you through this powerful truth with a calm and heartwarming story. You will meet a young man named Caleb who was smart and full of potential, but stuck in a cycle of I can't and maybe later. Through his quiet journey, his struggles, and one wise teacher named Mr. Davis, you will see exactly how excuses steal our time and how taking action can change everything. Before we begin, please subscribe to the channel and give this video a like. This will help the channel grow and allow us to release even more wonderful stories for you in the future. Once upon a time, in a small, peaceful town surrounded by green hills, lived a young man named Caleb. Caleb was a kind person with a gentle smile. He had a good heart and a head full of brilliant ideas. If you sat with him in a cafe, he would tell you about all the wonderful things he was going to do. He wanted to build a beautiful garden behind his small house. He wanted to learn how to play the guitar. He wanted to write a book about his travels. But if you visited Caleb's house a month later, or even a year later, nothing had changed. The garden was full of weeds. The guitar stood in the corner, covered in dust. The pages of his notebook were empty. Caleb had a very big problem. He was the master of excuses. Every day, Caleb would wake up with energy. He would look out the window and say, "Today is the day. I will clear the garden." He would drink his coffee and plan everything in his mind. But then he would look at the sky and see a small cloud. "Oh," he would think, "it looks like it might rain. I cannot work in the rain. I will start tomorrow when the sun is shining." Tomorrow would come and the sun would be shining. Caleb would walk outside with a shovel. He would dig for 10 minutes and then he would find a big rock in the ground. He would wipe the sweat from his forehead and say, "This soil is too hard. There are too many rocks. I need better tools. I cannot do this work with these old tools. I will wait until I buy new equipment." And so Caleb would go back inside. He would sit in his chair and feel tired, even though he had not done much work. He felt heavy in his heart. He wanted to succeed, but he always found a reason to stop. He blamed the weather. He blamed the tools. He blamed his neighbors for being too noisy. He blamed the town for not having a good garden center. The problem was never Caleb. The problem was always something else. Because of this, Caleb was not happy. He watched his friends grow and achieve their goals. His friend Anna started a bakery. His friend Tom learned to paint. Caleb felt jealous and sad. "Why is the universe so unfair to me?" he would ask himself at night. He did not realize that the universe was not stopping him. Caleb was stopping Caleb. One day, Caleb met an old man named Mr. Davis. Mr. Davis was a carpenter. He was known in the town for his beautiful furniture. Everyone said Mr. Davis was a genius. He could take a piece of old, rough wood and turn it into a chair that looked like a king should sit on it. Caleb admired Mr. Davis very much. He thought, "Mr. Davis is lucky. He must have the best tools and the best wood. That is why he is so successful." Caleb went to visit Mr. Davis one afternoon. He found the old man in his workshop sanding a piece of wood. The smell of fresh cut wood filled the air. It was a warm, comforting smell. Caleb sat down on a stool and sighed a very deep, sad sigh. Mr. Davis looked up from his work. His eyes were kind and wise. He smiled at Caleb. "Hello, young man," he said softly. "Why do you look so heavy today?" Caleb poured out his heart. He told Mr. Davis about his dreams and his failures. "Mr. Davis," Caleb said, "I want to be a builder. I want to create things, but I have no luck. My garden has bad soil. My house is too small. The weather is always against me. I never have enough time because I am so busy with small things. I want to be like you, but I do not have your advantages." Mr. Davis listened carefully. He did not interrupt. He just nodded his head slowly. When Caleb finished speaking, Mr. Davis put down his sandpaper. He wiped his hands on his apron and walked over to a corner of the workshop. He picked up 2 heavy logs of wood. One log was smooth and straight, almost perfect. The other log was twisted, knotted, and very ugly. Mr. Davis put both logs on the workbench in front of Caleb. "I want to show you something, Caleb," Mr. Davis said in a calm voice. "I want you to take this ugly, twisted log. I want you to make it into a chair leg. You must do it before the sun goes down." Caleb looked at the log in horror. It was full of cracks and knots. "Mr. Davis," Caleb cried, "are you joking? This wood is terrible. It is impossible to make a chair leg from this. It is too hard. It will break. Give me the smooth log. That one is easy. I can do that one. But this ugly one is a bad choice." Mr. Davis shook his head slowly. "The smooth log is for my other students. You say you want to be a master builder. A master builder does not wait for perfect wood. A master builder takes what is there and creates something beautiful anyway. This is your task." Caleb felt angry. He felt it was unfair, but he wanted to show Mr. Davis that he could work hard. He picked up a saw. He started to cut the wood. It was difficult. The saw got stuck in the knots. His hands began to hurt. After 10 minutes, Caleb threw the saw down on the table. "This is useless," Caleb shouted. "This wood is fighting me. It is the wood's fault. It is not my fault. I cannot work with bad materials." Mr. Davis was still calm. He picked up the saw. He looked at Caleb with eyes that saw right through him. "Caleb," Mr. Davis said softly, "the wood is just wood. It does not fight you. It does not know you. It is simply being wood. The only thing fighting you is your mind. You are looking for an excuse to stop because the work is hard." Mr. Davis sat down on a chair next to Caleb. "You tell me you have no time," the old man continued, "but you have time to sit here and complain. You tell me the weather is bad, but you are standing under a roof. You tell me your tools are not good enough, but I have used these same tools for 30 years. You are not stuck because of your problems, Caleb. You are stuck because of your excuses. An excuse is a lie that sounds reasonable. You lie to yourself to protect yourself from hard work. But when you lie to yourself, you steal your own future." Caleb sat in silence. He felt a burning feeling in his chest. He knew Mr. Davis was right. It hurt to hear it, but it was true. He was not weak. He was just unwilling to struggle. He was choosing comfort over progress. "Pick up the saw," Mr. Davis said gently. "Do not think about how hard it is. Do not think about the result. Just cut. One cut at a time. Do not speak. Do not complain. Just do." Caleb looked at the ugly log. He wanted to run away, but he took a deep breath. He picked up the saw. He ignored the pain in his hand. He ignored the knots. He focused only on the movement of the saw. Back and forth, back and forth. He made a cut. It was not a perfect cut, but it was a cut. He worked for an hour. He did not say a word. Sweat dripped from his nose. His arms shook. But for the first time in years, Caleb was not thinking about reasons to stop. He was only thinking about the next cut. He stopped asking, "Why is this so hard?" and started asking, "How can I fix this?" He used a chisel to chip away a knot. He sanded the rough parts. Slowly, the ugly log began to change. It did not become a smooth, perfect log, but it was becoming a chair leg. It had character. It was strong. When the sun began to set, Caleb put the tools down. On the table stood a chair leg. It was not perfect. It was a little uneven. It had scars from the knots, but it stood tall. It was real. It was not just an idea in his head. It was a real thing that he had made with his own hands. Mr. Davis walked over and inspected the leg. He touched the rough spots with his thumb. He smiled. "It is not perfect, Caleb," Mr. Davis said, "but it exists, and that is more than most people ever do. Today you won a victory. You did not defeat the wood. You defeated the excuse inside you." Caleb looked at the chair leg. He felt a strange feeling. It was pride. Not the pride of being the best, but the quiet pride of doing something difficult. He realized that he was capable of hard work. He realized that for years, he had been sleepwalking through his life. blaming everyone else for his tiredness. From that day on, Caleb's life began to change. It did not change overnight, but the change started in his mind. The next morning he woke up and saw it was raining. The old Caleb would have gone back to bed. The new Caleb put on his boots and a raincoat. He went to his garden. It was wet and muddy. He did not care. He pulled the weeds. He dug the rocks out of the ground. He did not complain about the mud. He just used the mud to plant his seeds. When he felt tired, he did not stop. He rested for 5 minutes, and then he worked again. When he made a mistake, he did not say, "I can't do this." He said, "I will learn to do this better." Months passed. The weeds were gone. In their place, colorful flowers grew. The guitar that was covered in dust was now polished. Caleb practiced every day, even when his fingers hurt. He played simple songs, but he played them with joy. He was no longer waiting for the perfect moment. He realized that the perfect moment is right now. Caleb's friends noticed the change. "You look so happy, Caleb," Anna said one day. "Did your luck change?" Caleb smiled his warm, gentle smile. "No, Anna," he said. "The weather is still unpredictable. The soil is still rocky. My tools are still old. My luck is the same. But I stopped telling myself why I couldn't do things. Now I just do them. And it turns out, that is enough." So what is the lesson we can learn from Caleb and Mr. Davis? The lesson is that excuses are the enemies of your dreams. We often think that we need more time, more money, more talent, or better luck to start. We think, when I have this, I will be happy. But this is a trap. The truth is, you will never have the perfect conditions. There will always be a cloud in the sky. There will always be a rock in the ground. If you wait for the perfect path, you will never move. We make excuses because we are afraid. We are afraid of failing. So we tell ourselves we are not ready. We are afraid of working hard. So we tell ourselves we are too tired. But an excuse is just a safe place to hide. And while you are hiding, your life is passing by. Mr. Davis taught Caleb that action is the cure for fear. When you stop talking and start moving, the excuses lose their power. You do not need to be perfect. You do not need to be the best. You just need to begin. You just need to do the work in front of you, even if it is difficult, even if the wood is twisted. Look at your life today. What is one thing you have been putting off? What is the dream you have hidden behind a wall of "I can't" or "not yet"? I want you to take that one small step, not a big leap, just one small imperfect step. Write one sentence. Run for 5 minutes. Clean one corner of your room. Dig one hole in the dirt. You will see that when you take action, you feel stronger. You will see that the rock in your path was not a wall, just a stepping stone. You have the power to shape your life, just like Caleb shaped the wood. Do not let another day pass where you are the prisoner of your own excuses. You are stronger than you think. You are capable of more than you know. Thank you for listening to this story today. I hope it brought some light to your day and some strength to your heart. Remember, growth is a journey, not a race. Be patient with yourself, but be firm with your excuses. If this story helped you, please share it with a friend who needs to hear it. Take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more stories that inspire and heal. Keep learning, keep growing, and most importantly, keep taking action. Have a wonderful day.